Hey mi gente, it's Julian Steve. You already know my name, but if you're new here, hey. Today we're going to be talking about a random topic. I wanted to talk about Black people settling for less. Yes. However, it's about relationship-wise and celebrities, specifically Black celebrities in relationships. And I'm specifying because I know certain people are not going to comprehend why we're talking about this. So I have to be extra explanatory with what I'm talking about right now. If you can leave your parasocial relationships out the window, you can stay and enjoy. Okay, mi gente? Okay, mi gente? Okay. We're going to start now. First, we're going to be talking about Skai Jackson. If you didn't know, Skai Jackson is a former Disney star. She was a part of Jessie and Bucket, the show on Disney, and she recently announced that she is pregnant with her first child with a rapper or internet personality by the name of Yucky Yucky. His first name is Dre Bergen. Yeah. So that's her baby daddy. Unfortunately, people, including myself, were surprised that Skai Jackson would associate with somebody like this and now don't get pregnant by somebody like this. There are some theories behind to why she settled with this man. Some people mentioned it has to do with the fact that he's a light-skinned, mixed race man. And I'm saying this because apparently he's mixed, man. Anyways, because of that, people were talking about how that may have played a factor into he why Sky may had settled down with him. Some people mentioned about him being a thug and that being a factor to why Sky settled. There are so many ways to go about it. She definitely settled for less than what she deserved, but at the same time, we do have to understand that these celebrities, you may think one way about them, but in reality, this is how they truly are or truly want to be portrayed. But in this case, I believe that Sky chose to get into this relationship because definitely she liked I guess, his aesthetic or like his lifestyle. And of course, his looks maybe played a factor to it, especially him being light skinned, and the previous guy that she was with was Beyonce's nephew, and he's light skinned, maybe. But then again, she had a crush on what's his name, NBA YoungBoy, and he's brown skinned. So I'm not too sure. But that's a possibility too. Next is Khalid. If you didn't know, Khalid is an R&B singer, and recently he was outed as a gay man by his ex, and his ex name is Hugo de Armante. Apparently he's Dominican descent. Apparently he's mixed. And I'm saying that because I know some people that look like him and they are non-black. But then again, I do know some people that look like him and they are half black and they Dominican. That's why I'm trying to be careful by me disclosing his race specifically, but we're gonna go with apparently he's mixed race. People feel like Khalid settled with this man for like reasons of the fact being he's muscular, he's light skinned, and he's not exactly black. With him being a Latino and specifically a non-black Latino, he's distancing himself from the, I guess, the black community to some extent. Listen, I'm not sure. I really like Khalid. I don't think he's that problematic, but I do believe when you partner with certain people, especially somebody who you believe is not in the best interest of you, you tend to settle when it comes to like certain characteristics. Some people, they would tolerate this from a non-black person, but when it comes to a black person or mixed with black person, they end up saying, no, we're not going to do this, and try to bicker back and forth. But when it comes to somebody who's non-black, it's like they give so many chances that they wouldn't give to a black person. So I think that's why certain people were feeling this way about Khalid. Then we also have to add that Hugo is an artist, OnlyFans something. I believe it's that type of work. You know what I'm trying to say there. And he also does, I believe, modeling too. And that goes back to what I was talking about. Partnering with people who fit a certain aesthetic and partnering with somebody who's not on your level. In this case, Khalid is all the way here. This guy is all the way there. Recently, he apologized to Khalid technically because he didn't really apologize. It was more like he felt guilty for all the backlash that he received. That man has some issues. Like, he definitely hasn't healed from that relationship. Next is Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer is an actress, singer, and dancer. She's even an author. She's so many things because she has done so many things. The point is, her ex, Draya Jackson, was abusive, and they ended up separating recently, and they have a 1-year-old son. His name is Leo. Darius, I believe he's a internet personality. I'm not too sure. I'm not too familiar with his work. I do know that he has a famous brother. Because of that proximity, I believe that is how he got to know Keke Palmer. Another light-skinned person, a brown-skinned black person, partnering with someone who's light-skinned, and then people also talking about how Keke has a pattern of dating light-skinned black men or mixed with black men. Somebody who is very insecure, because he's definitely insecure, and somebody who's not on her level when it comes to finances, when it comes to maturity too. Definitely Keke settled, but thankfully she's not in a relationship with this man no more. So next is Isa. If you didn't know who is Isa, Isa is a Brazilian singer, and she definitely settled with this guy, which his name is Yuri Lima. He is a soccer player. Keep in mind, he's not on the professional level like so many famous soccer players. Isa's making way more money. Yuri has some type of money, but he's not really making as much money as Isa. Recently, she had a baby with him, and this man cheated on her while she was pregnant. Yes. And because of that, they split, right? And because of Isa's mother, they got back together, which, why? Especially because the way he cheated on her while she's pregnant. And then people also believe that he was cheating on her before she was pregnant too, which is like, ugh. Isa's very beautiful. She's very talented. I don't know why she's settling with this man. I get it. When you pregnant and you expecting a child, you do not want to immediately separate from your partner. Trust me, that happened. That happens a lot. That happened within my family. That happened with so many families that I know. However, we're talking about celebrities, we're talking about rich people, and those semi-rich, because that I know of, Yuri does not have that much money. But my point is that we're talking about people that are in a different tax bracket, a different level of public attention. You're going to expect them to not settle for less. But unfortunately, some celebrities, in this case Isa, do. Up next is Halle Bailey. If you didn't know who is Halle Bailey, she is a singer, songwriter, actress, and she was in a relationship with DDG, who happens to be a YouTuber. Long story short, they have a child together. His name is Halo. And keep in mind, Halle was pregnant with Halo while promoting the movies The Little Mermaid and The Color Purple, which is why certain people were questioning things as to why she got pregnant around this time frame and why DDG was like talking badly about her on the internet. And that definitely has to do with insecurity, definitely. It also has to do with the fact that he wants more attention onto him because Halle is a big star, and with so many things that were happening all at once, it, I guess, triggered him. But that's no excuse. It's very interesting how people act when their significant other is doing better than them, and instead of trying to lift them up, support them, and just be quiet, they talk too much, and DDG's one of them. Well, was one of them because they're not together no more. Up next is Future. Future is a rapper. He has 7 children from multiple women. He's recently got into a relationship with Donna DeFee, and she is way younger than Future, just so everyone knows. She apparently is a bunch of mixtures, but I'm gonna say it. To me, she looks like a white woman. So, not even, she looks like a Indian woman that's mixed, and I'm trying to be generous, but she can also pass for a white woman with a bad tan, but that's just my opinion. I think one of her grandfathers was an African king, whatever, who cares. Future, to some extent, settled with this woman. We're talking about one of the biggest rappers in the game right now. A 41-year-old man with so much money, so many women that he can easily find to date. On his level, making the same amount of money as him or similar, and or at least like somebody in his level of success. If he doesn't want to go by just money, but at least on your level of success. But you settle with this non-black woman who's younger than you, and If you're not careful, she may get pregnant, and then boom, child number 8 that you're going to pay child support for. I feel like these men do not think about that, or even women. They do not think about the fact that you will have to pay some form of sponsor support for your significant other or ex-significant other who are either raising your children or somehow there was like a loophole and then they ended up suing you for the child support even though they're not really raising the children. Because I've heard of stories of that too with certain celebrities, but I'm not going to mention them right now. Future, you can do better than this. And I'm definitely feeling that he went with this woman based on her looks and the fact that she's not black, which is a problem that has to be discussed at another time. Because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get those type of vibes from Future, but I don't know, because this situation he's in with this woman is very interesting. Up next is Draya Michele. Draya Michele is an actress and internet personality. Draya has 3 children with 3 different men. Draya currently is in a relationship with a basketball player by the name of Jalen Green. Jalen Green is 22 years old, so he's about 17 years younger than Draya. They still in a relationship and they have a kid together, a daughter. This one is messy because of so many things. First off, that age gap is very irresponsible on both ends. Why would you, being a 22-year-old, messing with a 39-year-old? Then Dre is irresponsible too in that area too. Sure, Jalen is making money, Draya is making money. However, Jalen is making more money than Draya, obviously. Let's just say they get married. That means that what he makes or whatever they put in the prenup, but we're gonna use hypothetical stuff. Whatever money he makes, she's going to get it. Of course, their child is going to get it. Then what happens if they divorce or they break up? In this case, if they don't get married, until his daughter is old enough, he has to keep paying child support for Draya. And we don't know if Jalen is going to be a professional basketball player for a long time in a big team like what he's on right now. We don't know. He did thought logically before messing around with Draya. He was thinking with his dick and not thinking, maybe I shouldn't mess around with a woman who is 17 years my senior. Instead, he was thinking with his dick, and he was also thinking about the fact that he's a successful basketball player who happened to get one of the prettiest women that he maybe fantasized about while he was a kid, maybe, or teenager. Just because you had a crush on somebody doesn't mean you are going to pursue them, especially they way older than you. But I feel like he didn't thought like that. I'm telling you, finally, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a singer, songwriter, and dancer. I do not even know why I introduced you all to Michael Jackson. At this point, everybody should know who was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson married Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, in 1994. They divorced in 1996. Then, in 1996, Michael Jackson married Debbie Rory. Debbie Rory, I believe, was a nurse at the clinic that Michael visited to treat his vitiligo, they ended up having two children together, even though these are not Michael's biological children, just so everyone knows. These were children between Debbie and I believe her ex-husband, because I believe they used his semen to create them or something like that. In 2000 they divorced. Basically, Debbie gave all her rights to Michael. And when I say all her rights, I'm talking about all her parenting rights. She gave it to Michael. So Michael was the sole caregiver of their children. Now, this is my opinion. I believe Michael did an injustice to himself by messing around exclusively or mostly with white women. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you see Michael Jackson's pattern of women he messed around with, it was definitely giving white. Was it really Michael's fault? He saw that type of behavior from his father, who cheated on their mother with a white woman, then a white woman, because I'm not sure how many women, but I do know of one of the women that he cheated on. Then his brothers, most of them, actually no, I think all of them mess with white and or non-black women. So of course he's gonna get that type of influence from them. I'm not excusing Michael before somebody tries to misconstrue what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that makes kind of sense why he ended up doing what he did. Then we have to also add Michael's in the industry where this type of thing is normalized, especially with black men or mixed with black men who are successful and feel like by having somebody who's white or non-black equals success. Then we have to add that Michael had some type of psychological issues too, and also health issues too. So there's just so many things as to why Michael may have done what he had done while he was alive, which is why I am going to make that video about Michael Jackson. Yes, I am going to make that video about Michael Jackson. That's my way of announcing it here. I wanted to do this video for a while. If you didn't know, now you know. The video title as of now for that video is titled, "Was Michael Jackson Anti-Black?" Don't worry, I'm going to keep you all posted on the community tab. I just have to organize how I'm going to research because there are so many things to talk about in this topic. So I would really have to research before I just release the video. I want to conclude about black people settling for less. Specifically, like I said in the beginning, black people in entertainment. In entertainment. Besides in black relationships, I even see it in interracial relationships that black people are settling. And it's very, very normalized. I don't know what's going on because you can see it with the past. And mind you, I was being generous. I could have mentioned more examples, especially when it came to people in the past. But I only kept it with Michael Jackson only because I'm going to make the Michael Jackson video very soon. But you see that in our current generation, a lot of black people are settling, and it's very unfortunate. And we're talking about people that are talented, and like aside from the money part, But we talk about people that are very talented, people who have a lot of resources in the industry now that they are bigger names, being in relationships with people who are not in that same type of level. And you would think that wouldn't be the case, but unfortunately, that is what is going on. I know that we cannot tell people who they can love or who they can, I guess, bring into their families. When you have children with somebody, you are tied to them. No matter how much you want to try to separate yourself from, no matter how much you want to try to separate yourself from them, you're going to be tied because you have that child with that person. And people don't think about that. They think that just because they are not in a relationship with somebody, that it's over, they have no ties. Do I think that we need to crucify them? No, because I believe these people are not bad compared to, okay, I've seen some people talk about Sky and Future the bad way, and even Michael, but for the most part, almost everyone else I've mentioned, they not really problematic to some extent. But oh wait, Draya too. Some people talked badly about Draya too. So okay, half of the people have been criticized immensely, but my point is there's some form of redemption for them. However, not everybody's gonna give them that grace. Trust me, I don't give everybody grace too. But these are celebrities, they human, they make mistakes, but it's our job as consumers to not follow them to that extent. You can like what they do for their talents, but do not follow them. Do not go over the edge for them. Have that boundaries. You're going to have that boundaries. And I need more people to think about that. Thank you so much if you made it this far in this video. I appreciate you. Be sure to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. I think I did that wrong. I appreciate you. Tell me, what do you think about this video? Yes, it's very spontaneous. I didn't put that much effort. I forgot what they call this. I think it's the circle things to organize and stuff. That's what I did. But I did do some form of research, but I remembered some of these stories, so I didn't really need to do much research. But yeah, it's a chill video. I wear my pajamas. Thankfully, I had a half a day at work today. That's why you're getting this video. Just let me know. Be respectful. If you're not respectful, I'm going to ignore you. Okay, mi gente? Okay, mi gente? Okay. Thank you and peace, mi gente.